Hello everyone. So welcome to second part of the session where we were discussing factoring of receipts in Fusion Receivables. So in the previous part of this series, we discussed the business case, then then we discussed the setup, what we need to do to achieve this in Fusion Finances, Fusion Receivables. Then we created our transactions up to this point, and we created a bank statement, and we were now the next step is to do the reconciliation. Okay. That is where we stopped. So let us proceed from there. So I'm in cash management. I'm going to do the manual reconciliation. This was the bank account. So this is the bank statement of 9,500 and the receipt is of 10,000. So this is what I'm going to do the reconciliation. So there's a difference of 500. Okay. So it says one balancing transaction will be created. That means this cash management is going to create a transaction in, it is called external transaction of 500 USD because there is a account difference. Okay? So I say yes. Now, if you recall previous session, I had said that from here, there is a bit of digression from what I have explained here. In application, it happens in different way. Okay. So we did the reconciliation. Now let us do the accounting for the receipt. I will explain what is the difference when the thing comes. I go to receivable. Manage receipts. Now, if you see, status is cleared. So I go to do account in draft, view accounting. Now let us see the accounting, okay? So we were expecting cash to be debited by 9,500, but in fact it has debited 10,000. This line is not there. Then we have short-term debt of 10,000. So this line is correct as per our expectation. Only difference is coming cash instead of coming 9,500, it has come 10,000. And the difference of 500, that which is generally, it's an expense for me, right? Because I was supposed to get 10,000. I have done a sale of 10,000. I received a check of 10,000, but I agreed to take 9,500. So that 500 is an expense for me. Now, how will that be? So actually, final accounting should be this: how this 500 difference will be taken care in application. So if you recall, when we were doing the reconciliation, it created a account difference transaction. So when we do the accounting of that, that 500 will get included. So let me go to cash management once again. Here, go to here. Now system has created one transaction. So minus transactions. This was the account, and let me put today's date. So it has created one transaction of $500. This is negative amount. That means cash will be credited. Why? Because it's negative amount. Now, here if we go, this is the cash account is this one. And this is the same cash account which might have been taken in the receipt. And this offset account is nothing else but the expense account which you want to give. Now, this account currently is coming from the bank setup. There we have given an account for account difference. Now, if this particular expense, if you want to take to any other account like other account than the account difference, then you can change this, and then you do the accounting. Once you do the accounting, your cash will be credit by 500, and this expense account will be debit by 500. So expense account debit by 500. In receivable, cash is debited by 10,000. And by this transaction, cash will be credited by 500. So ultimately, my cash will be debit of 9,000. So this is how uh, it is done. This particular step is done in Fusion Finances. So since it's understood, so I'm not doing the accounting right now. So it's well understood. Now the next step. So I think we are clear so far. This one. So it's matching as we discussed in our business case. Now next comes on 5th of August. Bank will receive the check. Bank will receive the money. If it does not receive, then it will send a bank statement saying that, and then all the reversal will happen. So I'm not discussing that. That's the exception case. Now on maturity, this accounting should be created. Now, if you remember, in the previous video, I have shown that when I defined the receipt method, there I gave the maturity at 0 day because I wanted to show everything on same day. So if I run the one program is there, actually it is called risk elimination. So let me go to the settled process. That is here. Now I need to do the risk elimination, right? So for that, I need to submit one process. So assume that everything goes fine and customer check did not bounce. So in that case, what is going to happen? There's a program called I think receipt clearing. No, what this is. Yeah, this one. Clear receipt automatically. We need to run this process to eliminate the risk elimination. So I say, okay, these are things. This is the one. Eliminate bank risk. So this is what I'm doing. So this is here. Receipt method. Let me select if I can. Yeah, this was the receipt method. Submit it. This is complete. Let us see the report. Yeah, here is the report. So it gives us a report here saying this was the check number. The risk is eliminated. This is what the report is. Okay. Factoring, cleared factoring 10,000. So this is done. Now, so this is the business event. Now, let us go back to receipt and do the accounting. So once we do that accounting, currently I have the liability of this. After doing the risk elimination, this liability will go off. If you see here, earlier the status was risk was cleared. Now status is risk eliminated. Let us do the accounting once again. Accounting draft. We are expecting additional accounting entry. This one. Short-term debt, debit 10,000, factored cash, credit 10,000. I think factored cash will become zero. I'm not wrong here. Yeah, factored cash becomes zero because it sums up everything. And short-term debt also becomes zero. Because this got null off, this and this. This got set off. This becomes zero. So system did create this accounting entry, but since this total of this is zero, so that's what it's doing. So this is how we do the factoring of receipts in Fusion Receivables. I hope it's helpful. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye for now.